You got the degree, you landed the job, you stayed loyal, you made your parents proud, you worked hard, and maybe even earned a few fancy titles along the way. Well, let me ask you something. Do you find yourself awake at night sometimes and asking, why do I still feel off? Why does something not feel right? It's like you did everything right, but something is still missing. If you are a Generation 1.5 immigrant millennial like me, you know the unspoken rules: achieve, assimilate, and do not disappoint. So we did what we're supposed to do. We found the playbook, we played by the rules. And yet, sometimes we look around and wonder, is this all there is? For me, that moment came after a heartbreak. I had no clear career path, no financial wins to speak of, and even though I had been providing spiritual care to others for years as a hospital chaplain, I found myself asking, who am I now and what does any of this mean? As I navigated the heartbreak, I found myself thinking and rethinking many things of my life. I was wondering whether I was on the right career path. I wondered whether I had really disappointed my family. As I navigated the heartbreak, there were things that I was questioning about myself. What did I truly want to do in life? Where do I truly want it to go? What did I want my relationships to look like? And what all of this mean with respect to my culture, my tradition, my faith, and my spiritual upbringing? I was at a crossroads with all of this. And at that time, I had no answers. It was that time and it was that point when I realized that I was measuring my life success and how I felt by somebody else's standards. And it was somebody else's definition of what my life should be like. And I wasn't the only one who felt that way. I started hearing the same quiet confessions from others like me. There were others who shared things like, I feel guilty that I'm enjoying this success when somebody in my family is suffering back home. I am tired, but I can't afford to slow down. And even I want to be present, but my mind is not where my body is. This told me that we were not burned out just because of work. We were burned out because we're out of alignment. We are spiritually misaligned. We were feeling culturally misaligned. And all of that was showing through. Success without that alignment feels hollow, where you can no longer bring who you truly are to the table. The complete feeling always evades us. But I want to tell you that you are not broken in feeling this way. You are human, you are layered, you carry stories and sacrifices that cannot be measured on a LinkedIn profile. What changed things for me was not just more hustling, it was indeed slowing down. It was indeed deepening my spiritual care to my own self. And I don't mean just joining an ashram. What changed things for me was not hustling more, it was slowing down. It was going back to my roots, going back to my cultural and spiritual tradition. And I don't mean just joining an ashram or meditating for hours at end. What I mean was learning to listen to myself. What I mean was I began to learn what it meant to listen to myself, to use the wisdom of my dharma, and not to just get through the day for the sake of getting through the day, but to actually live the day with meaning. I began to reclaim what it meant to be me, what it meant to be successful on my own terms. And now that's what I help others do. So if any of this resonates with you, if you have been quietly asking yourself these questions, I invite you to join my newsletter. It is where I share my spiritual reflection, journaling prompts, and tools to help you reconnect with yourself, with your cultural and spiritual heritage, to go and achieve bigger dreams for yourself, and to help you reconnect with what truly matters. And to actually be able to identify what truly matters. It's so easy in these days to actually go by what other people say what truly matters. But my hope is that in getting conversations around these topics, that we can get to the core of what truly matters to you as an individual. I will put a link to sign up for my email list below. And if you're feeling a little bit off, just know you are not alone, but you are in the right place to begin to finally unravel what it truly means to be you, what it truly means for you to live a life in which you are not compromising who you are culturally, spiritually, and individually, and you are exactly in the right space to begin again with clarity. I'm Chaplain Shama and I make videos to help Generation 1.5 immigrant millennials to help bring meaning back to your success, to your stories through dharma, through spirituality and care. Hit subscribe if you're ready to walk on this path with me. I'll see you in the next video.